Hey guys and gals, this is Johnny Burgin on the faculty of the Chicago Blues Network. Today we're talking about one of my favorite tunes, Key to the Highway, and this is one of the greatest versions, at least for electric blues, and that's the Little Walter version, which has Luther Tucker on guitar and Muddy Waters on guitar, which is unusual, but he did play lead guitar in a few Little Walter songs like Rock Bottom and some other ones. And anyway, it's a great guitar pair. So I'm in G. I got a bad monkey here because I wanted to just, if you notice, Luther Tucker has a really distorted sound on this. And that's because, back then a lot of these amps were really small. They didn't have twins and supers. They had these amps that were practically the size of a shoebox or a small suitcase, like a handbag kind of thing. So these tweed amps, small tweed amps, they had a real distorted sound sometimes. This is an 8-bar blues. It goes to the 5 first, and then the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7. So I couldn't count to 8 at the while I was doing that, but that was basically the rhythm part, more or less. You might go. So that's how it goes. I got the key to the highway. I'm about to go. I'm gonna leave here running. 5, because Morgan's bow was too slow, and then your turn out. And you can play this with a capo pretty well too. It's just I don't think Luther Tucker played it with a capo, so I can use it for this one. So I looped that part, and I'm going to play Muddy Waters over it. I'm going to adjust my tone and talk about that, and I'm going to turn on the looper. So now I'm going to try to get a treblier sound with a little bit less distortion, and see how that sounds. I don't need it. So this is a V shape, G7, and then your 5, and then the 4. Push that note like. Okay, so I'm going to turn the loop down and talk a little bit about that real quick. And so this is an E. When you're in the G, sort of this E position here in G. So that's all. And here's it. You want the metal on metal, Muddy Waters sound. Notice how that walks right to 1. So this is the one thing you might not know about. So here's the 5, right? That makes sense? This is the D. That's the 5, the G, right? Because G, A, B, C, D, 5. except instead of doing like this, you can just go with your first finger on the 7th fret, and your pinky on the 10th fret, and then your second finger on the 8th fret, and then you have like a D and a D7th. Well, it's so long, baby. I'll say goodbye. I'm gonna roll on this highway. This is just 4th fret up, open, A string, 1, 2, until the day I die. And then here's a typical muddy turnaround. But actually, that's what Luther Tucker's doing. He's going. So let's hear what that sounds like all the way through. And they pretty much split it. So you see how that rolled in with this? I like that. So this is the last one. Well, I'm not that great at ending with this looper, so it's like here's the ending. Because I notice I haven't been getting to the endings. So there's your ending. So hope you enjoyed this tune, and see you next time. Thanks a lot for subscribing to Chicago Blues Network.